Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we're looking at the top 5 win rate decks of mid-February 2024. We've only been playing in the current meta for about a week now, and we're going to be looking back at that last week and seeing what 5 decks have topped the list over at Untapped GG. If you think your favorite decks might have made the list, stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, this year's heavyweight mutton busting champion, Dr. Yukon Socket. Yes, thank you. Film before a live studio audience. Thank you so much, Yukon Socket. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and it's top 5 win rate decks day. So the deal with today is that at the middle of the month, we take a look back at, we take a look at the top 5 win rate decks over Untapped GG, and we try to see what decks are the most awesome. There's 2 things about this. Usually they're also the most boring because you played against them a billion times, and everybody's playing them. In fact, you probably played it yourself already. And number 2, because they are so cliche at this point, I probably don't play them anymore just because I don't allow myself to play cliche decks if I can. So this gives me an opportunity to play terminally boring, totally awesome decks that are going to win all the time. So that's what we're going to do. Now, one of the cool things is we just made it into a new, meta. We got a brand new set that came out. We got, Murders at Karlov Manor, and that has adjusted things. The list is crazy. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the list, and we're going to show those videos from number 5 all the way on to what is the best deck currently in the meta according to statistics. Because math, that's where it's at. All right, but before we start those things, we need to do as we always do. We're going to say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Hands together. Dear Black King Toxrel, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentation of the women. And now, number 5. All right, we are playing against, what is this? Twisted K9. Keep. All right, I think that our pal, the recruitment officer, is the best way to go. Nope, I'm going to play this one. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Three more counters flying, nothing else to it. Don't want to just let it get killed. All right, let's just go see what he does. You just want to trade off? There you go. All right, I get Brutal Cathar out. Otherwise, I'll wait and we'll do the Evangelist. Snag. All right, all in. Go get him, Thalia. 9 more turns to go. He's going to get his own guy back. No attacks. Unfortunately, that big 3 butt is beyond us. Looks like he's got his own Thalia up there. Let's see what I understand. You got to know what's going on here. All right, there's a bat. Do I not get a bat out of the deals? Is exile or something? Yeah, it gets exiled. Suck. All right. I don't think you'll fall for that trick, so there you go. Yeah, I am going to bum rush like nobody's ever rushed before. Nope, we're cool. Have a good time. Sure, we'll take these two. Alright, if you want to kill Thalia, you can. Anything you do will receive that siege veteran dying. Next turn, I got two new dudes that are coming in with haste, essentially. Ooh, just let it happen. All right, good job. Oh, that's not good. Nice, go for it. Please. Should we do the math? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we got it. I think we got it. And it's going to look a lot like this. And a lot like this. And a lot like that. All right, he's got one blocker. I'm still going to get, what, 12 through. There's nothing you can do about it. There's at least 12 through coming through. And we win. There we go. Boros Humans to the victory. All right, so here we are at number 5 this month, Boros Humans. I was just trying to figure out what the difference is between this and Boros Convoke. And there's very little difference other than the fact that this one does not have War Leader's Call. And War Leader's Call is fantastic. So yeah, if you're going to be playing a Boros Human-y kind of deck, you should go with the Boros Convoke version that has the War Leader's Call. That's going to be so much better with this thing. This thing is going to fall out of fashion pretty quick. I'm surprised it even made the list. Because, I mean, I guess you could say the reason why it's being played is because it was doing very well last month. It was number 5 last month. It's number 5 again. People are playing what they got. But they're going to drop it like a hot potato. Boros Convoke with War Leader's Call is by far the better deck, objectively. Yeah. So anyways, what was good about this one? I mean, we had a bunch of dudes. The good thing, I think, was that we had Brutal Cathar for control, the Coppercoat Vanguard for pumping people up, and you had, like, the Recruitment Officer to help go get other guys. There's a lot of good utility amongst the cards here. Adeline putting extra dudes. It's a good bum rush. And, of course, the Knight of Errant of Eos being able to be out as a 4/4 and help you go get other dudes. A lot like the Recruitment Officer. That's a lot of good value right there. So I can see why this is a fantastic deck. It's just the War Leader's Call would make this deck so much better. And the other one has War Leader's Call, Knight Errant, the Recruiter, And it's got a lot of other things, except for we kind of focus a lot more on putting out a lot more token creatures and a lot less on utility. Still, it's a good deck if you're looking to play something different than Boros Convoke, because pretty soon it's going to be boring because everyone's going to be playing it all the time. This is a good one to fall back to. All right, so there you go. Number 5 for February, Boros Convoke. We're playing against Francisco. All right, 3 mana. Ooh, these are all very expensive. We'll see if we can't make it happen. What are we doing? Drawing a card? Instant? Okay, we'll wait till his turn. Look at me, I'm investigating, everybody. All right, deserted beach. And we're good. This guy wants to do something. He doesn't know what, though. All right, number 4. Let's go ahead and just plan on flashing out on her turn, or on Francisco's turn. We can get, I gotta get rid of something, huh? Well, I didn't play that right. Look at, one of us is casting something. And we'll put ourselves out of Samurai. All right. We don't have anything to sacrifice to make that guy better. He's just a 5/5 flyer. I think we're at the point where we can finally cast him. This guy's playing control. All right, we pumped him up. He's got his Popo counter on him. I'll tell you, Chomper, I like the way you dance. I like your rainbow butt. I like when you go, I like that a lot. I just don't like how you grind your teeth while we're playing. I really appreciate it if you would stop that. He's trying to mill me. Let's spread the wealth a little bit. Let's take it in. Is this an instant? Yes, it is. We're good. Look out, man. It's slimy. And it's acidic. It'll burn right through the floors of your house. All right, you're a detective, man. I'm sorry, what are you pointing at? You're just trying to keep me from doing stuff. All right, good for you. That's a lot of memory deluges there. Just gonna suck it, huh? We're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Which means you could play the exiled one. And get him hexproof. That's good. Temporary lockdown. Let's use the exiled one. All right, we get to choose 2. Sunfall, just in case. Doesn't seem like we're going that way. And, sure. Oh, we got a lot of that. All right, let's do some pumpitude here. Next to combat, next to attackers. All right, he's back up to 12. I have to get rid of 2 cards. We're not putting anything out. Let's just go ahead and get rid of those. I get the impression he wants to wipe the board. But he thinks I don't have enough guys out. He's just going to have to do it at some point. All right, let's deluge. Let's see what else we can get here. Not bad, not bad. Let's take those. Too bad we couldn't save our own guy, but we couldn't do it. All right, cool. We're going to have to discard. I need to keep this one like crazy. This is going for the attack to start off with. Let's not give him a choice. I got to pop that out on his turn. Put out another samurai. And we're good. All right, so he's looking at lethal right now. He's going to have to wipe the board or he's got to kill the angry chef. Okay, we gotta counter what he's got going on here. He doesn't have much mana left. He's only got 2. All right, man, that's it. You gonna counter that? You just return that spell to my hand. All right, good for you. And we win. All right, that was a slow one. Counter control versus control. It drives me nuts. Victory! All All right, number 4 this month, Azorius Control. It's kind of surprising. Usually you're going to see things in the top 5. I can't say I've really seen this. Maybe it's because I don't play against counterspell decks. Anytime someone tries to counter my stuff, I just stop playing immediately. No More Lies is beyond my ability. If someone tried to use that against me, I would just end the game. But this deck, it did all right. It's not my cup of tea. It's a control deck. You're playing counter spells. You're just blowing away everybody else's stuff. Temporary Lockdown is fantastic against all those little tiny token generators we're seeing now because of War Leader's call. Yeah, I can see why this deck's really come out of nowhere. The interesting one is this guy, because he's a flying 5/5 for 5. Sure, he doesn't have much going on. I mean, you could sacrifice an artifact and you could give him some, Vigilance, Lifelink, or Hexproof. That's not bad. It doesn't seem like we create a lot of artifacts, though, so I'm not exactly sure where we're planning on getting them from. I know he puts them out 2 of them or whatever, so you got at least that going on. But we don't really have any other sources of artifacts that I can discern. Mirix puts out little artifacts, boys. Yep, yeah, you can sacrifice those. All right, that's not bad. That's not bad. All right, what did I like about this deck? I mean, I guess I like the board wipes. It's nice when you're in control of that. I dislike the fact that the bouncing that you had from the horned lock whale was that they had to be attacking, and the guys I was playing against were not attacking with their guys, and so that was not cool. You don't have the bounces that are in here are not that great. Anyways, apparently it's a great deck. It's doing very well right now. It just looks boring to me. But man, if you are a control player, I'm sure that you've seen this. I'm sure you probably like it. I'm probably sure you're probably going to continue to play it. All right, so there you go. Number 4, Azorius Control. All right, playing against BigSteve. You know what? It's funny. I think I played against BigSteve before. All right, 3 mana. Let's go. Nope, goblins. I'm okay. We can probably shoot something to put it out. I know we should go for this guy's face, but yeah, let's do that. All right, 2's going to get some bloodthirsty adversary. We're going to be raging here in a second. If we got the time, I'll put out Chandra. All right, we'll try it out. What are you going to give us? Ooh, it's baby bird. All right, pop it up 1. It's got to go to player or planeswalker, huh? And all in. All right, so the question is, you can be able to get something out. That's good for him. Godric. I can dig it. He's down to 6. I think we got this game. We could always Monstrous Rage ×2 onto the Phoenix chick. Going after Chandra was not a good idea for you. You're just wasting your time. Yeah, War Leader. There you go. You're all out. I'm not touching my cards. You're still wasting yourself that way. All right, here we go. Pow. Let's use... I just want to do the surprise. We'll just do it as a surprise. It's fine. We just rage the clock is what we should do? I think so. And there we go, -4. Mono red aggro. Aggroing like mono red has never aggroed before. Victory! As I learned in my upstairs Hollywood Magic the Gathering school, where I spent 12 years earning my doctorate, it's not the best deck, it's the best deck for you. And I gotta tell you that this is the best deck for me. Mono red aggro. I am always shocked from month to month that it is not #1 on the list, and I believe it rightfully should be. I just don't, every time I play against it, the chances of you losing to it are so incredibly high. I know the one weakness mono red aggro has is life gain, but you know, there is a new white life gain deck hitting the meta right now. That guy's a jerk. But if you're not going up against one of those, this deck is just going to floor everybody. It is too quick, it is too fast, and it is way too aggressive. It is so hard to hold off on. Your only hope is that you go first, because if you go second against this deck, it's pretty much going to kill you. So yeah, mono red aggro. What are we looking at rare-wise here? That guy, Chandra's a mythic, rare. All right, so we have, we got a bunch of mythics and rares in this thing, holding it together, right? Expect after once you get to 2 and 3 mana, or we get to regular mana, this thing is just decked out with solid gold there. But anyways, it's a great deck. And if you're looking to climb the ladder, this is a guaranteed success to get you up to where you need to go. It's going to be boring as far as other people because they play against it all the time because it is so good and everybody plays it constantly. Like I said, I am shocked that it is #3 on the list. But once again, #3 for February, mono red aggro. All right, playing against TonyLemons. Fewer land, generous visitor. All right. I'll get this guy out. Put out in a little juke eye. All in. This guy's playing, is it black-red? Nope, black-white Boros, huh? Alright, generous visitor. Ossification. Let's pump up the life gain guy. Gone. And a little audacity. We'll put it on this pal because he likes to give us life. Once again. That was a punch. And we win. There we go, everyone. Selesnya Enchantments, super aggro. Alright, so we are with Selesnya Enchantments. And this is a deck that's been on the top 5 list for quite a long time. And even though we've only been looking at the last 7 days of gameplay, this deck has earned its way up to #2 again. Again, still holding together. Tons of Kamigawa cards in here. Kamigawa. Let me keep saying it. Kamigawa. Just over and over again. You can see that they put this deck together a long time ago. But Calyx is where it really all came together. That's where this deck was kind of like, had already been out of fashion for a little bit. But then once the Aftermath cards came out, we got a Calyx Man, this deck has been back in since then, and that's been like 5 sets ago. It just seemed like yesterday, but this deck is still rolling strong. The thing about it is it's so incredibly cheap. Look at this, all these ones, all these twos. The most expensive thing you have out there is 3, and even then you can get the cost down on a lot. So you can't really go wrong with this deck. There's very little actual like expensive cards in here as far as rarity is concerned. I mean, Catilda it's like whatever, 4 of them are rare. I guess we still have our lands as well. But, you know, most people can usually put this thing together pretty quickly. So, yeah, if you're looking for a great deck, this one holds up. I personally hate it, but that's because it's been around for so long and is so good. All right, there you go. Number 2, Selesnya Enchantments. All right, playing against Christian. Two mana. All right, what do we got? We can put out Humans, right? Let's shut up the tree folk. All right, I gotta get the Luminarch Veteran out first. Hopefully they won't kill it. You got what Simic colors shown so far. Not so bad. All right, I'm expecting to throw down, what, like 4 dudes on the next turn? All right, he's got that blue up there he seems to be cherishing. I'm going to go for it. Come on, don't counter it. Let it be. There we go. That's lots of life. All right, I can pop these guys all up by an additional 1, which makes it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it'd be 10. He's got a 1 on it. Look out, everybody. Humans. Don't want to play the Evangelist. Get out some bats. Let's do it. No attacks. We'll just chill. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. So that's 14. He's playing Roots. I'll tell you what, I'm just trying to slip some stuff through here. It'll be fine. Battle Cry. Excellent. Those are called bats, baby. Got a thing against goblins? What are you, goblin phobic? You gobophobe? He's down to 9. I'm hoping we can take him out next turn. All right, it's got 4 guys out. That's not cool. We got 3 bats. We got 1 additional that's going to get through. They'll probably battle cry up, and we'll be able to get the recruiter. That's, God dang it. Why are we playing against all these aggro decks all of a sudden, man? Still, I think the 3 bats will be fine. You're out of mana. You can't do anything. All right, come on. Accept your fate. You don't have any mana. Why are you doing anything? That guy's worth it. Okay. That's it right there. All right, come on, Battle Cry. There we go. Dude, I got 9 coming at you flying. You have nothing going on. All right, you gonna pick this last one right there? It's all for nothing. Nothing's gonna benefit you here. Yeah, -3. And we win. Boros Convoke. All right, so number 1 this month is Boros Convoke. That is amazing. I got to say, War Leader's Call is such a fantastic card. So it's good to see that that people have been rallying around this card because it is so good and working together with mono white and just a smidge of red. And I got to say that Edelman's Recruiter is really good with that last game punch. It's just that bomb that gets everything that +1 in haste. So fantastic. I didn't get a chance to play with the Knight Errant. I mean, I've seen him around before. Sure, he comes out. He helps to look for other dudes. They're all really cheap, which means if you got enough mana, you could play the 3 for this guy. You got like 2 more mana. You could throw out 2 more guys and then pump them up and have them attacking on the turn that they come out. Yeah, this deck is tight, and I'm glad to see that Mono White Humans has probably lost its way and that Boros Convoke is finally taking it over. Man, it's been like a year, but we're finally at a place where Mono White Humans has fallen off the top 5 list. This is our new victor. All right, so yeah, there you go for February 2024. Boros Convoke, number 1. All right, so here we are with the top 5s for February of 2024. It's amazing. You know what's not on this list? Mono White Humans. Can you believe it? Mono White Humans is gone. It doesn't even show up. I mean, I would expect, sure, to get bumped down a little bit, but at least be number 5. The fact that Boros Humans has stuck around, from being number 5 last month to number 5 this month, that is beyond my ability to comprehend. I gotta say, after seeing how well War Leader's Call has really worked out with all of the tokens and everything, man, Boros Convoke number 1, sure, that easily could be what's going to happen there. It might hold on for quite a long time. Selesnya Enchantments, Mono Red, Aggro, yeah, I mean, those 2 are just going to be jockeying for position. The funny thing about Mono Red Aggro is I personally believe it should be the number 1 deck as far as win rate is concerned. Somehow these other ones always just manage to push it down. Maybe because people know how to fight it. Maybe if you got a little bit of life gain, you can kind of fight it off or something. I don't know, man. I don't know. Mono Red should be number 1. Thing is, it's always usually like number 5, number 4, something like that. The fact that it's rolling around at number 3, that's a good showing for Mono Red Aggro. The other one that just really got me this month was Azorius Control. I don't know. Like I said, I never played it. I haven't seen people really play it against me. It might have been my own issue. Because a lot of times if people can, start counterspelling me within the first couple of rounds, I'll just give up. I don't play against counterspells. And Azorius Controls does have that new counterspell in there that was actually pretty sweet. So, yeah, there we go. It's the list. I bet you we're going to see at least 3 of these decks stay on the list for months to come. But it'll be interesting to see. Anyways, there you go, everybody. If you decide to play with any of these decks, I hope that you have as much fun with them as I did. All right, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time, Space Cowboys. Later.